can you force employees to take furloughed leave? And isn't it unfair to furlough some employees and not others?
Okay, well, first of all, you can't force an employee to take furlough. You are supposed to obtain their consent, but in reality, who wouldn't agree to it other than people who think they want to stay at work and continue to receive full pay? In 9 out of 10 scenarios where you ask an employee to be furloughed, bear in mind that you're supposed to do it where the alternative is that you would have to lay them off or make them redundant. Then what's the alternative? If you refuse, you're going to be dismissed. So it's a no-brainer, really. So I don't really see there ever being an issue there with maybe just militant of employees saying that they don't agree. And if they don't agree, then the reality is they would almost certainly be made redundant. Excuse me. In terms of the selection point, well, yes, this is one of the questions that are posed to us quite a lot, which is we're going to have some staff who are unhappy at the fact that they're being asked to stay at work on full pay, whilst their colleagues are allowed to spend time at home with the children, doing the homework, etc., for 80% of their pay. Well, we've no guidance in terms of how we come to select employees for furlough leave. One obvious way is to invite employees to do it and then see how you're left in terms of numbers. But in practice, provided that you are exercising your discretion in a reasonable way in terms of who you choose to furlough and who you don't, then you won't have any problems. So if, for instance, you have key staff in a particular department that you need to keep them on, if they turn around and say, well, I'm not happy with that because my colleague's gone home, you just have to be straight with them and say, well, you're better equipped to do the job. I'd rather you be here. Yes, it's unfortunate, but that is, just the way it is. It's in the best interests of the business. We're trying to keep things afloat and as steady as we can until things are back to normal. And that requires you being here rather than your colleague.